And all, assure that, when there is a discussion, there are solutions. And that's why we look forward to this panel and to have the ability to also express a little bit our concern, but also to get from you your viewpoint. So with that, I conclude my little opening remark. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim.
Good morning. Thank you for everyone who put the conference together. Thanks to Harris County. As MTS, we are MUOCC specialized on plastics. So being on the MUOCC side, I'll be talking about the challenges both for shippers and vendor side for exports from Port of Houston. One of the main issues that triggers every other item on our challenges list is the fact that plastics is a commodity and its price is connected to many variables. When the major volume will be shipped during a year and where is it going to be shipped? These questions answers directly connected with international markets, oil prices, political environment, seasonal challenges, and other factors that are really out of shippers' control. If you look at just this year, with the tariffs and duties implemented by different countries, every trade have their share of positive or negative impact. So it makes it very difficult for shippers to provide a long-term and accurate forecasting. We are talking about the boom for the past 2-3 years, and if you look at this year's numbers, similar number of plastics will be shipped from Houston, just like the last few years. And we are still waiting for the boom. We see a glimpse of it beginning of this year when things get busy. Each and every shipper would like to ship to similar regions at similar time period. So this creates pressure on every ring of the supply chain. From rail to the vessel space, packagers start to receive more rail cars, more than they can handle in a very short period of time. Truckers have orders from left and right, and ocean carriers suddenly start to receive bookings for their 80% capacity vessels that are now getting booked to 120%. Since each and every item is connected, it triggers the other one. If warehouses cannot pack for whatever reason, bookings get rolled over, which puts more pressure on the vessel space of the following weeks. Or if a vessel delays and receiving window shrinks, it affects the warehouses and the truckers directly. According to our internal data, this year, 50% of the polyethylene that's moving to Asia and Africa is moved in only a 3 months period. The rest will be distributed in the other 9 months. So if you take our number as a base for resin trading business, then we can really see where the problem with the capacity issues start. Being on the ocean side, we know carriers have their own strategy for their services, capacity, and equipment positioning. They cannot just deliver the space once the volumes picked up and remove it back once it disappeared. On top of all of these, especially the trading environment is super competitive, as we all know. US shippers are not only competing with each other in US, but they are competing with Asia, Middle East, and Latin American suppliers and traders. So while all this chaos is going on, logistically, they also must be competitive. So just increasing the prices of each and every piece of supply chain won't be a long-term solution. To wrap up, as MTS, we look into utilizing the market information we have from various sources to have better projections of our own carriers so that we can provide information accurate and transparent to our carriers and to our customers. We keep on investing our people so that we are flexible, lean, and efficient. We are also following the software developments closely to create synergies with our customers and vendors. We believe that to work together as shipper, warehouse, trucker, carriers, and forwarder is really the key for the potential challenges in front of us. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, gentlemen. Much appreciated. It's interesting to hear from the different perspectives, all these issues that have such important bearing on capacity. I'm going to start our questions with a question addressed to Roger, but I encourage the other two to chime in with your perspectives. once Roger has finished answering, how is the Port of Houston addressing capacity issues? So we talked about that a little bit already in your introduction, but I know you have more to say about that.
Yeah, we have really accelerated the things that we need to do from an investment capital standpoint. We have accelerated with the growth in the volume. You know, we've gone from 2 million TEUs in 2015 to 2.7 million TEUs in just 3 short years. Driving more volume requires more container yard space. Ships are getting larger. We're making the investments so we can handle on the crane sizes so we can handle the vessel capacity. Those investments are large. Coming up this year, we just had a budget approved by our commission for nearly $300 million for future investments to make sure we're staying ahead of this demand curve. We talk about resins, you know, but there's also on the import side, we're driven to do this because of the demand. You know, resin carriers, resin producers came to us several years ago and said, hey, we're going to make these investments, these billions of dollars of investments in production of plastic polyethylenes. Show us that you can provide the capacity by the time we come online to do this. And we've done that. And in the meantime, our import volume has risen. You know, we went from 10 or 12 years ago to no volume coming through the Panama Canal from Asia into Houston. Now it's